My loves, our topic naman ngayon is about why narcissist targeted you. Bakit ka ba tina-target ng narcissist? Pathological envy. Ever wondered why narcissists choose you? Of course you have. It is question most survivors wrestle with at some point. It is natural part of sense making and trying to understand what you have endured. At the outset of healing, because of the effects of narcissistic abuse, we tend to frame the question as negative reflection of ourselves. How did I end up with someone like this? What's wrong with me? I thought I was a strong, intelligent person, but maybe they choose me because I am actually pushover or stupid, etc. My central purpose in this piece is to flip this way of thinking. In your journey through research or therapy, you may have come across the view that targets are generally intelligent, attractive, accomplished, and or strong people. But I know you, gorgeous one. I know how quickly you'll dismiss this perspective as glib effort on behalf of well-wishers to raise the spirits of survivors when reeling from the psychological pounding suffered at the hands of the narcissist. But what if these characteristics are actually closer description of who you are than those the narcissist would have you believe? Not like you think. I put to you, gorgeous one, that these qualities are not merely nice thing people say to lift your spirits. Academic research evidences that this and the other highly valuable and positive qualities are actively sought out by pathological narcissists in intimate relationship. Indeed, some go far as to state the narcissist views themselves as superior, perfect, and that they are attracted to similar others. You must be pretty damn fine. Sure, you may not be perfect, but without doubt, the reason why the narcissist choose you is because you have a lot going for you. Let's help you find your way to remembering what you do have a lot going for you. In actual fact, you are gold, baby. I recognize that accepting scientific findings that narcissists do seek out people with positive attributes at the outset of healing can be quite the challenge. After all, you've been programmed to believe the opposite through narcissistic abuse. My plan, therefore, is to convince you in a circuitous way. I figure recognizing the narcissist behavior will be easier at this point than owning your beauty. In answering why the narcissist choose you and providing you our gold, we're going to apply the lens of envy to their behaviors because if you ain't got nothing going for you, there shouldn't be anything to envy, right? Let's get cracking. The narcissist divided self. First up, the basics. Pathological narcissism can arise from the developmental disruptions in early childhood where a cohesive self-concept or identity is never fully realized. Through splitting, a divided self is created compromise of the true self and false self. The true self is rejected and in its instead, the false self is fabricated to protect the narcissist from what they are psychologically unable to allow, that they are flawed just like the rest of us. So yung pong development po ng narcissist nung bata pa sila ay corrupted po yun, hindi siya hindi siya kumbaga parang nagre-reset ka ng phone mo na hindi siya natuloy, parang corrupted siya. Kaya yun, tumanda sila pero yung emotional intelligence nila is just like a 4 years old kid. Pero magaling sila sa mind game. They are good in manipulating kasi yun nga ginagawa na nila yan since childhood hanggang lumaki na. So high skilled sila. Kaya we cannot defeat them at their own game. The only way to win is not to play at all. This false self encompasses those traits of superiority, omnipotence, and entitlement. To the mind of the pathological narcissist, by assuming these attributes, the less desirable characteristic of humanity which inevitably reside in us all are nullified, since the good and the bad cannot coexist within their schema. Aside from their perfection, being patiently ridiculous and contrary to the human condition, this false self has no helluva job. Want to know why? Because the narcissist's psychological survival is contingent on securing external validation. Sorry. Asan ba tayo? External validation through supply that their mythological perfection is reality. Clearly, this is fraught within problems, being unattainable and all that. Hence the host of behavioral patterns which form their disorder, making the madness work. To make the madness work, they endlessly chase substantiation that they are more than all others. For the remainder of this piece, we will refer to the bundle of narcissistic traits as the need to be more than. For more on this concept, read Proof Narcissists Abuse You Intentionally and Will Never Change. The thing with being more than is that requires a reference point, as without comparison to some other, being more than cannot be assessed. And this is why the narcissist choose you. Integral to feeding the narc's ego is social comparison. And you, gorgeous one, were chosen as the narcissist reference point. Pathological envy was the magnet that drew them to you and kick-started idealization. Equally true, envy, inevitable, also leads to devaluation and finally discard. Here's how it works. Recognizing envy during idealization. Emptiness. The narcissist selected you because they were attracted to your qualities. As with any relationship, whatever is about you that is special is what drew them in. And this is where the parallel with emotionally healthy relationship ends. For the pathological narcissist, relationships serve a functional purpose as it relates to being more than. They are self-enhancement strategy and an opportunity to increase the positivity of the self-concept. By identifying with you and those gifts of yours that are special, they bolster the favored view of themselves, successfully renouncing that ever-present true self. First, the thing with the pathological narcissist is that beyond the complicated internal landscape of smoke and mirrors, there lies hollowness. By abandoning their true selves and adopting that false self, at their core, they experience emptiness. As stated, the psychological survivor of narcissists hangs on validating the veracity of those traits that make up their false self. Having denied their true self, their identity beyond simply being more than is best limited. So in addition to rejecting their true selves, causing emptiness, it means that through the obsessive need to prove themselves more than others, their identity at any given time is significantly defined by those they surround themselves with. You see? Kapag walang tao dyan, di cannot exist. Kaya nga di isiligit bored. You know, yung mga narcissists kapag di cannot be alone. Kapag mag-isa sila, they gonna die of loneliness, of this boredom. They gonna die because it's too much for them. They feel empty, nothing inside, empty. No? Constructing identity. Kaya nga they need constant admiration. They need they need to be surrounded by people. That's why they choose. They choose where they can people who tolerate their madness, their abusive nature. Constructing identity. In choosing you, they are also selecting the next evolution of their identity. Given relationships for pathological narcissists are in part about constructing their desired self. Here's the thing. The void they experience and poor sense of identity are not solely due to setting their true selves aside. It is also about lacking depth and breadth of emotional range. And whether subconsciously or not, the pathological narcissist sniffs out targets who possess what is absent in them. You see? They are attracted to your good qualities, your empathy. They don't have that empathy, they don't have it. Compassion, they don't have it. Integrity, they don't have it. Moral compass, they don't have it. Pero alam nila na that is the valuable in human being. It's really a valuable. If you have those qualities, that is like shining light. So they are attractive to it. You know? First, they are drawn to you kasi you have these good qualities. Ang una talaga, they feel good when you are around, no? They feel good kasi parang you are sharing your light in them. Kaya it's like they are attractive to you. They are drawn to you. Kaya nga nilalabang ka nila to make para makalapit pa sila ng sobra sa'yo. Para mag-trust ka sa kanila, magtiwala ka, tapos you bring down your guard. So mahulog yung yung magtiwala ka. Then that's how they can operate kasi they will slowly steal your good qualities. Paano nag-uumpisa yun? By devaluing you. Kasi slowly you will gonna lose yourself slowly. At the same time, they are stealing your good qualities. But pansinin nyo, after the discard, you will like, para ka talagang sinagasaan, para ka talagang you lost. You feel powerless. You feel just empty. That's how the narcissist 24/7. So there's a shift, like energy shift happens. Yung feeling na yun after the discard, that's how the narcissist feel. And yung qualities mo after the discard, the narcissist feel good kasi you are carrying now their misery. But it will not last. Like few days lang yan. They feel good. But later on, they will confuse kasi it's not their, they don't own those lights. It belongs to someone else. It belongs to their target. So later on, they will confuse and they will realize it cannot be them. Hindi mapapasa kanila yung yung valuable na yun. Kasi that's not who they are. So it will happen na maboboard na naman siya though, and then they will again look for the next quick fix, narcissistic supply. So kahit na anong gawin nila, they will lose kasi kahit feeling nila tagumpay sila kasi di-discard you are now empty shell of your former self. Hindi kasi kaya nga attractive sila sa atin na may mga empathy, kasi we can regulate our own self. We don't need people to regulate us. Kaya kahit anong bagsak natin, bumabangon tayo, di ba? Kasi that's how powerful we are. And a narcissist cannot do that. They need people to validate them. Yeah? So yun. Ito na yun. Here's the thing. The void they experience and poor sense identity are not solely due to setting their true selves aside. It is also about lacking depth and breadth of emotional range, and whether subconsciously or not, the pathological narcissist sniffs out targets who possess what is absent in them: empathy, compassion, strength, courage, kindness, etc. And you, dear heart, I know down to narrow in my bones have these beautiful qualities in spades. Kasi most of the narcissistic abuse target are those people who have these qualities. You know? We are the exact opposite of narcissist. Kasi kung ano yung wala sila, yun ang meron tayo. Kaya nga, we are powerful. They just trick us to believe we are worthless. But kahit anong gawin nila, our shine will come out. Kahit anong dim nila sa light natin, our shine will come out. Kasi that's how we are eh. You know? Sadly, as you know, doubt will know. We're drawn to these attributes in you. It was never for the sake of valuing them as part of your gorgeous self. And for this reason alone, you were serving the purpose of mirroring for them what they so desperately needed to believe of themselves. Yon. Kasi oh my God. Kasi yung good qualities natin, we are projecting it to them. And their bad qualities, they are projecting to us. You see, it's like parang nagsishift, nagpapalit. Kasi kung ano yung nasa kaloob-looban ng puso mo, hindi mo yan iisipin sa kapwa mo eh, kasi you don't have this negative in your heart. Kaya akala mo, yung kindness mo, akala mo ganun din yung kapwa mo. No. I learned this the hard way. Na akala ko talaga, kung mabuti ka, magiging mabuti din yung kapwa mo sa'yo. Hindi pala, kasi evil people exist. Really, I learned this the hard way. Ito yung pinaka parang sa akin is mind-blowing. Na parang minsan, really, to be honest, I missed yung my innocence. Kasi ako, wala sa akin yan yung mag-isip ako ng hindi maganda sa kapwa. As much as possible, I want everyone to be happy. No? Kasi we are just human here, no? Wala naman, hindi naman tayo maglalagi dito sa mundo. Dadaan lang tayo dito. You know? Pero hindi pala. Meron pala talagang mga tao na kayang gumawa ng kasamaan. Tapos, ang masakit pa doon, ikaw na nga yung ginawa ng masama, ikaw pa yung lalabas na parang naging abuser. Alam mo yun? Ipapapasan sa'yo yung kademonyohan nila, yung kasamaan nila. So, yan. Nasaan na ba tayo? You were serving the purpose of mirroring for them what they desperately needed to believe of themselves. Grabe talaga, no? By merging with you and mirroring your specialness, they bolstered their fragile belief system and created the identity they wish they had. Not sure? Reflect on that frenzied torrent you once heard. We are twin flames. Oh my God! Oo, mayroon silang ganyan. Mayroon silang like soul, soul sister. May mga ganun. Oh my God! Oh my God! Reflect on that frenzied torrent you once heard. We are twin flames, cut from the same wood, two peas in a pod, soulmates, etc. Grabe! For more on love bombing, read Narcissist Soulmate. Okay. From their very own lips to your ears, these were the narcs' attempts to convince not only you, but themselves, how very much alike the two of you are. They want you to believe that you are the same. You have, oh my God, relationship as a strategy for self-regulation. Oh wow. What we've just checked out through self-enhancement and self-construction are why relationships are strategy for the narcissist. They are a way of regulating the chaos within, for as long as the relationship feeds them by feeling more than they are psychologically okay. Their internal rage is on hiatus. They have temporarily suppressed the beast of envy. And this is why they went into overdrive in needing to lock you in. What we are referring to here is, of course, love bombing and idealization. Recognizing envy in devaluation and discard when the beast awakens. Ito na. So what happens through that process of social comparison with you as the reference point when feeling more than is compromised? When whispers of what lies at the root of their polarized nature sneaks past their denial. The envy which during idealization was less conscious becomes more palpable, and the beast of envy wakes, a painful emotion ensuing from the envier's lack of another's quality, achievement, or position. At the outset, your special trait enhanced their self-image. Up until this point, through identification with you, they have managed to delude themselves into believing you are same. If you are superior, then so too must they be. Untenable inferiority leads to rivalry. But you are not, never were, never will be. And your beauty is so lovely that even the strength of the narcissist denial begins to crack. Ooh, I love it. My goodness. Kaya nga narcissist, alam niyo yung narcissist, yung sinasabi na unmask natin sila. No, they unmask themselves in front of us. Wala tayong kailangang gawin. We just be ourselves. You see? Wala tayong kailangang gawin. They unmask themselves. Through that comparative process, embedded in their DNA and your gorgeousness, you begin triggering their inferiority. You see? For just being who you are triggering their inferiority. Suddenly, feelings of being less than are elicited because the standard you set becomes a threat. Wow. By possessing traits and qualities that they do not have, you are directly jeopardizing their self-concept. That false self they cling to, and in turn to combat this, and the possibility of narcissistic injury through feelings of untenable inferiority, the narcissist becomes your rival. For the narcissist, this is the great leveling, the only way they know to reestablish their equilibrium. This is, of course, self-regulation in action once more, but this time, you are the victim. Grabe, kaya pala yung alam mo talaga, pag nandun ka sa narcissistic reality, narcissistic world, really, your life like parang upside down ang mangyayari. Schadenfreude. Ito, German word, Schadenfreude. To reclaim their balance through supremacy, you are devalued, invalidated, abused. Kaya nga yung in times of discard, yung ibabamit na lahat sa'yo, yung talagang pagkasakit-sakit na mga tapos ititirahin ka talaga personally, na hindi na, magtataka kasi hindi kayo nag-away, basta ka lang titirahin, basta ka lang isusumbat yung mga nakaraang taon, kakalkalin lahat yun, kaya you lose kayo. Ano ba nangyari? What is going on? Kasi narcissist has a lot in their own reality, in their brain. There's a lot going on there that you cannot access, kaya it doesn't make any sense to you. It's too much for them, kaya they need to quick fix. Pag naibamit nila sa'yo at nasaktan ka, nag-react ka emotionally, they see your face, you feel down, you feel defeated, then they feel good. Here, the sickness of the narcissist is that enhancing the self comes at the cost of diminishment of others. You see? That's their drug. That's their medicine. Ulitin natin. The sickness of the narcissist is that enhancing the self comes at the cost of the diminishment of others. To correct the discomfort elicited, they must level the differences. Enter Schadenfreude, self-regulation through the malicious intentional sabotage of the target of envy. You see? The target of envy. It is the pleasure derived from the pain of another. You know that smirk you catch on their faces every now and then when the mask slips. And they know they've hit the jackpot in hurting you. That's Schadenfreude. Put directly, our misfortune makes them feel better. You see? Devil exists in form of human, and that is the narcissist. Combine rivalry and schadenfreude in big old festering pot of poisonous narcissistic self-regulation. And what do you get? Hate bombs. Yeah. Kaya nga you cannot trap it on your mind where those hate came from. Alam mo yun? You get all the invalidation tactics you know so well. We're talking dominance, derogation, intimidation, emotional blackmail, gaslighting, smear campaigns, lying, violence, manipulation, isolation, stonewalling, silent treatment, ghosting, projection, etc., etc. Ad infinitum. Yep, there's not one bit that didn't resonate, right? All this, you have lived it, you have survived it. Of course. Kaya nga, it helps me a lot and I want to share this awareness kasi marami po ang hindi naka-survive sa narcissistic abuse. Yung iba po di commit suicide. At yun po ang hindi natin papayagan dahil lang sa isang disordered individual. No way. You're not here to just die for nothing. No? No way. Why the narcissist choose you? By recognizing the narcissist's pathological envy at work during idealization, devaluation, and discard, you must also accept this. You are not randomly chosen, gorgeous one. They pick you because you are all that they will never be, and all that not one person on this planet can take from you. You are entirely gorgeous from your generous, warm, kind, loving heart and soul to that beautiful mind of yours that wanted to believe in the essential goodness of all people. Oh my God, I feel like I want to cry. Don't you give the narcissist one more ounce of power in prolonging your disconnect from who you really are. Remember you, reclaim you, celebrate you. You are gold, baby. Oh, wow. So, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope may natutunan po tayo. Thank you for being here with me in this video. Please share, like, and comment po if mayroon po kayong feel free po to comment. Let us help each other po na makarating po sa iba. Kasi narcissistic abuse are real and it's everywhere po. Thank you. And love yourself first. Unahin po natin ang ating mga sarili bago ibang tao. Thank you so much. Bye.